Yes, if you could pass my drink, that'd be marvellous. There we go. I've got nowhere to put it. So this is we're on our swivelly cuddle
Oh,
chair.
mind or I'll kick the stick.
Don't kick the stick.
You're spinning the chair.
Good evening, YouTubers.
Hello, everybody.
It's been a very relaxing day today. You're living long and prospering. Don't say that. It was the Queen's funeral. Well,
Oh,
almost.
yeah, I didn't mean...
It's disrespectful.
How does it... Is that a Star Trek thing then?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't watch
It was,
Star Trek.
was Spock's dad. Live long and prosper.
Okay.
And he's like, my mother's human. Yes, anyway. It's been a relaxing... Stop bothering the cat.
I'm not bothering
It was a
you.
relaxing day today. Been watching the... I've not done anything at all. It's my day off and I've just been sitting around doing nothing. My computer's been having problems. I need to update drivers and things. It's been stopping and freezing, and tried to do a few flight sim no, it just hung. So yeah, I finished up watching Sky News and watching the live moving of the Queen's coffin from Buckingham Palace down to Westminster Hall, and that was all really interesting. It was all really interesting, you know, because I've never had a death of a monarch before
I thought it
in
was
my lifetime,
fabulous.
so it was really interesting to watch. And they did the same route with Diana, you know, through the Horse Guards, across Horse Guards Parade and through the arches, and then turned up Whitehall. And they walked the whole way on a gun carriage. It reminded me of Diana when she had her funeral. They were all walking behind the coffin, the King and
She was on a gun.
the boys.
Well, the Queen wasn't on a gun carriage, though, was she?
Yes, the coffin was on the gun carriage.
Was it, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't take
It was
my eyes off the
drawn by
crown.
about 6 horses, I think. There was a lot of horses.
The crown, the imperial state crown, just...
The crown was on the cushion, and I thought, oh, that's got to be worth a fortune. I hope it doesn't fall off and roll across the road. And they were saying that there's 4 earrings dangling in the top of the crown, and they were saying that they were believed, I don't know if it's true or not, but they believed they were worn by Mary Queen of Scots, the original one. And right in the top of the crown, apparently they were saying, is the ring of Edward the Confessor that was taken off his finger when he died. And that's in the crown, and I didn't know any of that. That was all new to me. I didn't know any of that.
They don't normally tell us, do they?
No.
They never did in the 70s, for example, when she had a jubilee and stuff, and she dressed up. They just never used to tell us any of those details. I like the hall. I like the hall.
Oh, the hall's fabulous.
I liked the.
It's really old. They said it was built by William Rufus. That was William the Conqueror's son.
Yeah. I liked, if I may speak, I liked the uniforms and the procedure and the marching and the way they're guarding her body. And it was real. It really, to me, suddenly was driven home like something out of a movie, that we live in a monarchy. It was so magnificent. The building and the way they came down the stairs, the little stairs, and the guy banged the thing twice, and the helmets with all the feathers, the way they leant on their swords and then lowered their heads. And I thought Catherine looked, the Princess of Wales.
Oh, absolutely.
Looked
Fabulous.
amazing, and William, just so and Charles. I thought Camilla, honestly, to me, looked like she might have been in pain, like she was in discomfort. It was a struggle, and I thought, now that's like Elizabeth II, because our Queen, as we know, even if she was in extreme pain, like at the Jubilee, she made it to the balcony, and Camilla's made of the same stuff.
Well, she's quite old, you know, Camilla.
She's not old. She's only 73 or something.
Only?
Well, you're 60.
I'll be happy if I make it to 70. I'll be chuffed.
Oh, you said that about 50.
Over
you
time.
said that about 40.
Yeah, but that was when I was young and stupid.
You still are.
I thought old people are 50, aren't they?
You're a whippersnapper. Good
Yeah.
grief.
Well,
The guy we got our house off, he
he
was
was
90 and
yeah.
he was running around like a spring chicken. So what are you talking about? No, Camilla's not old, but I just felt it was a struggle for her, and I thought she did magnificently. And Charles really, for the first time today, looked like a king. And William right behind him, as William's taller, the image of Charles in front and William behind, I thought Charles looks like the king, which he is, and William looks like the king in waiting. Do you know what I mean?
well, he is.
Yes, but I'm saying that the situation actually looked like that, because it doesn't always look like that.
Yeah, we've had our reservations about Charles in the past, in his younger,
Don't
in his younger days.
Don't want to talk about that. Don't want to
Well,
talk.
you-
Not now. Not today.
No.
Not this week.
Okay.
No, that's for
Okay.
another day. For now, the guy's probably bloody exhausted. He's been all over the country.
He's gone back to Highgrove tonight.
He
so
just
I'm
well, damn right. He needs a rest before
Child.
It's Monday, isn't it? The funeral.
yeah. Do you remember?
Of course, he needs a bloody rest, Graham. He's been up and down the damn
do you remember
country.
You were telling me about Burrell's book when Burrell was the butler at Highgrove. He was the only servant, wasn't he? Him and the gardener.
Can we not mention any of that until after Monday?
Yeah, okay. I wasn't
You
going to say
know,
anything negative.
I have been one of Charles's biggest critics in the past, and Camilla, but this is not the moment.
The king.
Yes, to the king, and the Queen, and the Prince and Princess of Wales,
Prince and Princess of Wales.
and the
No.
yes, Edward and Sophie,
Mm.
the Earl and Countess
He's the only royal I've ever met. I've met
of
both of them.
Wessex.
I've met both of them. Oh, she looked quite angry today. I don't know if she was, but I just got the impression because she was in the Westminster Hall and she was standing next to Edward because the girls all came in the car and they were just inside the door on the right. And when all the boys came in with the coffin and that, because they'd walked all the way from the palace, the girls sort of slipped in and stood next to their husbands. And I thought, Sophie looked really angry. Maybe I'm completely wrong. This is pure speculation on my behalf. But she just looked, and she just looked really angry about something at the time. She didn't look sad and upset. She looked really angry. I mean, Catherine was just,
She looked.
and the other woman at the back, I wasn't paying attention
I don't
to
know
her.
who she was.
Um,
Sophie was very close to the Queen and was absolutely devastated.
yeah,
She was the closest, apart from Anne, the closest to the females.
Anne was there.
She
with
was
her
devastated.
husband,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
imagine what might have made Sophie angry.
But maybe she wasn't angry. It was just my impression of what I saw because they were very selective with the shots. You know, I was watching it live.
Maybe it was the car had bad suspension on the way there.
I doubt it. Oh,
Again, not until Tuesday.
shut up, you're full. Right. Oh, yes. And they were going on about the hall. The hall's really spectacular place. I never really paid much attention to the hall, but I've seen the hall. Wasn't that where the King of Spain gave his address to Parliament when he visited a couple of years ago? King Philip.
King Felipe.
I'm sure he addressed Parliament in that hall.
No, I don't think
That's
it was
actually
that one.
older, obviously older than the Houses of Parliament. Because I believe that, from the best of my recollection, and I stand to be corrected, of course, but when Parliament was formed, it was formed in Westminster Abbey. They used to meet in the back. And then one day the Archbishop of Canterbury said, "You've got to bugger off and have your own place." And anyway, William Rufus built the hall
Oh, you don't care.
opposite Westminster Abbey on the other side of the road. And it was only many years later that they built the Houses of Parliament, the House of Commons and the House of Lords. And it's all sort of in the same complex, isn't it? And the tower, St Stephen's Tower with Big Ben in the top, which they renamed Queen Elizabeth Tower. So everyone calls it Big Ben, but Big Ben's the bell.
Yeah.
The tower was St Stephen's Tower, and it's now called Queen Elizabeth Tower. I'm not sure St Stephen will be pissed off about that or not, but I don't know
That
who he was.
particular hall reminded me of the film The Slipper and the Rose.
Yes, it was very
You know, with Richard
medieval,
Chamberlain.
wasn't it? Very medieval.
Has anybody out there seen the film? It's my favourite Cinderella
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
The Slipper and the Rose. It is on YouTube. We've watched it with
And they're all,
Margaret.
all the women are dressed properly, have you noticed, in that film? They're dressed like princesses and queens and things. They don't rock up in raincoats with a helmet on.
Okay, time for bed, I think, for me.
Time for bed, darling. Well,
Yeah,
that was
I'm
it for
tired.
today, really. That was it. We haven't done anything. We've just lazed around, had an easy day, and she's been doing things we can't talk about. It's all top secrets, getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah, that'll be good fun. All of us
That'll be
together.
good. That will be
All
good.
of us together for Christmas.
We're going live for Christmas, but we're going to do lives.
But Christmas is a long time
Yeah.
off. Anyway, Graham, I've got to go to bed, and I've just heard my phone go. I've got to go and
right,
get
okay.
something, so you need to wrap it up.
Good night, everybody, and may your God go with you.